we are witnessing a new kind of composition, where human creativity meets the startling power of artificial intelligence. We stand at a pivotal moment where AI tools like MusicLM can compose entire symphonies and pop songs in mere seconds. The music they produce is often technically proficient, sometimes even indistinguishable from human work. This brings us to a fundamental question: is this genuine creation, or is it merely an extraordinarily sophisticated imitation? You see, AI generates music by recognizing statistical patterns in millions of existing songs. It excels at mimicry, but lacks intent. Human artists, on the other hand, create with intention, emotion, and lived experience, composing because they have something authentic to express. This distinction isn't just philosophical, it's setting the stage for massive legal and economic disruption. And it forces us to ask a critical question: if the very process of creation is ambiguous, who truly owns the resulting art? The rise of AI-generated music has exposed a massive legal vacuum in our intellectual property system, as represented by these scales of justice. Our current copyright laws were built on a simple assumption: clear human authorship. But AI completely disrupts that foundation. When an algorithm generates a piece of music, who is the author? Is it the developer who wrote the code, the company that owns the AI, or the person who simply typed in a prompt? These aren't hypothetical questions. Real-world legal battles are already underway, with artists and publishers suing AI companies for training models on their copyrighted work without permission. Adding to the complexity, the U.S. Copyright Office has already rejected registrations for purely AI-generated works, arguing that copyright requires human authorship. This creates a dilemma. If AI art has no copyright protection, it's a free-for-all. But if it does, the question of ownership becomes a legal quagmire. We urgently need new frameworks to navigate this territory and ensure fair compensation for the human artists whose work fuels these powerful systems. Despite the legal and technological debates, we must remember the human touch and why we need to preserve art in an AI age. Because for all their advancements, algorithms cannot replicate the soul of music, the emotional depth that comes from a shared human experience. An AI can generate a technically perfect melody, but it cannot draw from decades of lived experience, heartbreak, or joy to create something truly authentic. This isn't a limitation that better algorithms will simply overcome. It is fundamental to what makes art meaningful to us. The future of human artistry, then, is not displacement, but evolution. The focus will naturally shift toward the raw connection of live performance and the deeply personal storytelling that AI simply cannot replicate. In an age of algorithmic abundance, the authenticity of genuine human expression becomes more valuable, not less. Subscribe to Business Undercurrent for more explorations of the undercurrents shaping our world.